among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
Hi, babes. Let me just tell you, this Hollywood mess is getting messier by the minute, and I am living for it. What started as a simple creative disagreement over "it ends with us" has now snowballed into an all-out legal battlefield. We're talking defamation suits, leaked texts, shady backroom deals, and of course, celebrity feuds that are juicier than a reality TV reunion special. Oh, and Joe Rogan? Yeah, he's out here throwing shade like it's his full-time job. Hang on, because this drama is giving soap opera meets courtroom thriller, and we need to unpack all of it.
It is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
yeah.
it is a rabies-infested.
Justin Baldoni, aka the Jane the Virgin heartthrob turned Hollywood director, isn't just clapping back, he's coming for blood. He's officially filed a jaw-dropping $400 million defamation lawsuit against Blake Lively. Yep, you heard that right. $400 million. According to Baldoni, Blake completely fabricated misconduct allegations to sabotage his reputation and edge him out of "It Ends With Us." Why? Because she allegedly wanted full creative control, and, well, desperate times call for desperate measures, allegedly. But here's where things take a turn, because, babes, the receipts are out. Leaked texts between Baldoni and Lively paint a totally different picture. In the early days, Baldoni was hyping up Blake's script changes, calling them brilliant, and even gushing over her creative vision. So, what really went down? Did this all spiral into some petty revenge lawsuit, or is there something darker lurking beneath the surface? Oh, and we have to talk about the Taylor Swift factor, because of course she's involved. Baldoni is straight up accusing Taylor, aka Blake's ride or die and godmother to her kids, of strong-arming him into accepting Blake's script revisions. If this is true, then we just unlocked a whole new level of a loyal bestie. Or did she totally overstep by meddling in Hollywood business? Because let's be real, when Taylor Swift gets involved, things never stay quiet for long. And if you think that's the end of it, oh honey, it gets worse. Sources close to the situation claim that Taylor may have even threatened to pull her music from the film's soundtrack if Baldoni didn't play ball. Now, is this just some wild conspiracy theory? Or did Taylor really flex her industry power to back up her bestie? Coincidence? Not likely. Either way, this lawsuit isn't just about "It Ends With Us" anymore. It's turned into a full-fledged Hollywood battlefield. Allegations, leaked text, and a pop superstar potentially pulling the strings. Babe, this is giving chess, not checkers, and trust me, we need to talk about what's coming next.
I'm sure her name meant something with, like, we're gonna leave, and Taylor Swift is the godmother to all of our children. A small man who got jealous, came to set, got jealous, and is essentially trying to destroy the movie, blacklisted from Hollywood using his A-list contacts. Ryan Reynolds allegedly screamed in Justin Baldoni's face at his apartment. Despite this, Ryan Reynolds injected himself and brought his A-list friends in the form of Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. He's very clearly taking a jab at Justin Baldoni. Listen to what he says.
No. It's not every day a guy gets to interview a love interest of his best friend's wife.
So I saw you posing in a photo with Mrs. Reynolds, and I'm sorry, what do you call her? Do you guys have a nickname or something? Okay, no, just so it's Mrs. Okay.
And the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband and me as his best mate. Holy shit. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Reynolds, this is his thing. He's a Taylor Swift of the movie industry. When he gets upset with somebody, he puts them into a script.
Oh, you knew Ryan Reynolds wasn't about to sit this one out. Hollywood's favorite sarcastic sweetheart is all in on Team Blake, and sources say he's been actively using his influence to challenge Baldoni's credibility. We're talking late night calls to producers, strategic whispers in the right ears, and allegedly a face-to-face confrontation with Baldoni himself. Now, is Ryan just being the ultimate ride or die husband, or is he straight up flexing his Hollywood power? Because, babe, the lines are getting blurry and not everyone is loving it. Critics are calling out Ryan and Blake for allegedly pulling too many strings, claiming they've reached a point where they believe they can dictate entire productions. And let's be honest, Ryan's not exactly known for keeping his thoughts to himself. Remember when Deadpool 3 threw some not-so-subtle jabs at Baldoni? Yeah, that wasn't just a coincidence, and the internet noticed. But here's where things get real spicy. Ryan's own past controversies are suddenly creeping back into the spotlight. Allegations from his early career are resurfacing, including that wild claim that he slapped a young co-star while filming the Amityville Horror. Oh, and that whole thing where he allegedly distanced himself from child actors to stay in character? Yikes. People are starting to ask, is Ryan Reynolds' squeaky clean, snarky nice guy persona the real deal, or just another perfectly crafted Hollywood illusion?
Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person, and what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
Enter Joe Rogan, the king of unfiltered takes. On the Joe Rogan Experience, he didn't just dip his toes into this Hollywood drama, he practically did a cannonball into the deep end. And the splash is still making waves. Known for his no-holds-barred style, Rogan didn't pull any punches, mocking the lawsuit and calling out Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively for what he sees as their alleged sense of entitlement. Why does Ryan Reynolds care so much? Rogan quipped, his voice thick with sarcasm. Like, bro, let your wife fight her own battles. His point, Ryan's involvement might be more about showcasing his Hollywood muscle than being a supportive husband. And let's be honest, Rogan has a point. Ryan isn't exactly known for sitting on the sidelines when it comes to creative control, but that wasn't the end of Rogan's roast. He turned his attention to Justin Baldoni's jaw-dropping $400 million lawsuit, and let's just say, he wasn't holding back his laughter. Justin Baldoni suing for $400 million? What the hell does he even do? I barely know this guy, Rogan chuckled, clearly taken aback by the sheer audacity of the claim for him. The notion that Baldoni, a relatively low-key director compared to the A-listers like Ryan and Blake, could demand such an astronomical sum was absurd. And then, in true Joe Rogan fashion, he dropped the microphone with his critique of Ryan and Blake's Hollywood power plays. It's like they think they can just dictate the industry, Rogan remarked, hinting that the couple might have grown too comfortable with their influence. He suggested they might have finally bitten off more than they can chew, potentially facing a spectacular backfire. Rogan's verdict: this lawsuit isn't just about artistic disagreements or defamation, it's about power, control, and the risky business of playing Hollywood kingmaker. While his comments were wrapped in humor, they struck a chord. Is Ryan Reynolds the charming, witty hero we've come to love, or is there a more ruthless side to him that's now coming to light? But here's the twist. Rogan's roast isn't just for entertainment. It's a mirror reflecting public perception of this scandal. What started as a quiet feud has turned into a public spectacle, and Rogan's unfiltered commentary only amplifies the drama. Whether you agree with him or not, one thing's undeniable. Joe Rogan knows how to cut through the BS and bring the messy truth to light. So babes, what do you think? Is Rogan onto something, or is he just stirring the pot for the sake of clicks? Either way, his take on this Hollywood showdown is yet another reason why we can't peel our eyes away from this saga.
You know, we've come across evidence that shows that even her own representatives knew that she was threatening and mean and tough and wanted to get her way. This is not something that we wanted out there. It's not something that Justin wanted out there. In fact, it hurts the movie. It doesn't help the movie.
My favorite part of what I've read of this suit so far is that Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking War and Peace. This is a book that's probably written at a second grade reading level.
Now, here's where things get really spicy because, babes, the drama isn't just legal, it might be personal. Rumors are flying that Blake and Baldoni allegedly developed some unexpected chemistry during the filming of It Ends With Us. And while there's zero hard evidence of an actual affair yet, insiders are whispering that flirty text messages between the two could come out in court. If that happens, oh honey, this lawsuit is about to take a whole new turn. Now let's speculate for a second, because if these texts exist, what really went down? Was it just innocent banter between co-stars or something way more complicated? Some reports suggest that Blake and Baldoni's working relationship was a little too close for comfort and that Ryan definitely took notice. And let's be honest, Hollywood sets are basically breeding grounds for off-screen tension. Koff, Brad, and Angelina Koff. Could this entire situation have started as a behind-the-scenes connection that spiraled way out of control? And this is where Ryan's role in the drama gets extra messy. According to some sources, he wasn't just being the supportive husband, he was on a mission to completely destroy Baldoni's career. We're talking back-channel phone calls, industry blacklisting attempts, and allegedly using his own connections to turn the power players in Hollywood against Baldoni. If that's true, then this isn't just a legal fight, it's a full-on Hollywood power struggle. And babe, we need to talk about what that means for everyone involved.
Your wife posted something on Instagram and she wrote this. Last week I left my kids for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Look, she looks very happy.
Yeah, she did.
So were you with the 4 kids?
I was with the 4 kids.
How was that?
You know, single dad. I'm a Reba McEntire song. Single dad, doing it, just doing it for them, right? Took them all to the park, told them mommy left when they were young. Surprisingly, you get a lot of action that way. We had a good time. No one died, which was nice.
That was good.
And 4 kids, it's just a zoo. Like, you just surrender, right?
You just have to surrender.
24/7, you surrender. When we had our 4th, I was so happy because I always wanted to make sure that we always had someone on hand to give me strep throat. And now we're covered.
It's rolling sickness.
There's just never a healthy, a full clean slate health ever.
Oh honey, not the Taylor Swift factor, cause you know when Taylor's name gets dragged into drama, things are about to explode. Blake's bestie, her ride or die, the godmother to her children, Taylor was all in at first, publicly supporting Blake and subtly shading Baldoni in that classic Swiftian way. But now, allegedly, she's backing away from the mess fast. Sources close to the situation claim Taylor is strategically distancing herself, not because she doesn't love Blake, but because she's worried about protecting her own reputation. Let's be real, Tay's got an empire to run, and the last thing she wants is to be dragged into a messy defamation case that could blow up in any direction. We've seen her fiercely defend her friends before. Hello, Scooter Braun drama. So the fact that she's suddenly stepping back, very interesting. And this has Swifties spiraling. Does Taylor know something we don't? Is she stepping away because she sees the case taking a dangerous turn? Maybe she got some inside info that made her rethink her position. And if she really is backing off, what does that mean for her decade-long friendship with Blake? Are we about to see a major Hollywood bestie breakup, or is Taylor just playing the long game to protect herself? Either way, babe, this is giving Reputation era levels of drama, and we need to talk about what happens next.
We're like, oh my God, there's something else happening.
And they score again.
I feel so nosy.
I know.
And
my nose is so big.
Yes.
I'm getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting a spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Let's score another.
I think we got plenty.
Yes.
Slow motion. It's going to be a 17.
Buckle up, babes, cause this isn't just a lawsuit. It's a Hollywood war, and both sides are going in guns blazing. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds aren't just fighting to win in court, they're fighting to protect their empire. Their legal team is pulling out every trick in the book, pushing for an early pretrial conference to shut down Justin Baldoni's jaw-dropping $400 million defamation suit before it snowballs into something even worse. Their game plan? Bury the case before more dirty laundry gets aired. Because let's be real, if this goes to trial, anything could come out. But Baldoni, he's not about to let that happen. His team is ready to fight, and they're claiming they have a smoking gun that could turn this whole thing on its head. We're talking hundreds of pages of emails, texts, and behind-the-scenes convos that allegedly expose Blake's power moves to take control of It Ends With Us. According to insiders, these documents don't just prove she pushed for script changes, they allegedly show her working behind the scenes to sideline Baldoni completely. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Ryan Reynolds' influence might be all over this too. If these receipts are real, they could expose Ryan and Blake as a Hollywood power couple who will do whatever it takes to get their way. And babes, if this evidence is as damning as Baldoni's team claims, it could destroy the Lively Reynolds brand overnight. For years, they've been the golden couple, funny, charming, relatable, the internet's favorite Hollywood sweethearts. But this lawsuit is threatening to pull back the curtain. And the question is, what's hiding behind the perfectly curated image? Is Blake really the graceful, polished star she seems to be? And is Ryan actually the lovable, snarky anti-hero? Or has he just been playing the ultimate Hollywood long game.
You know, what Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie, but, he's used it, on Deadpool and to make fun of Justin Baldoni.
And there's a question about whether he was taking a shot at Justin. Here's the clip.
Sorry about that. Come here, girl.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're a Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist. Right.
If your wife is sexually harassed, you don't make fun of Justin Baldoni. You don't make fun of the situation. You take it very serious.
If Baldoni's receipts prove Blake manipulated production or Ryan used his influence to push him out, the consequences could be huge. Blake's reputation as the effortless, elegant it girl could take a serious hit, and Ryan, the internet's boyfriend, might suddenly find himself canceled. Hollywood loves a redemption arc, but when it comes to manipulation and backroom power plays, forgiveness isn't always on the table. And let's not forget, if Baldoni really was blacklisted, that could open up an entire can of legal worms for Ryan and Blake. But here's the real kicker. Baldoni's team isn't just out for money. They're out for the truth, or at least their version of it. In a scathing statement, Baldoni's attorney went all in, accusing Blake and Ryan's legal team of trying to silence and suppress the real story. And word on the street, Baldoni isn't backing down at all. Sources say his legal team is ready to spill everything, from Blake's alleged behind-the-scenes power moves to Ryan's rumored attempts to blacklist Baldoni from future projects. If even half of this is true, babe, we're looking at a Hollywood earthquake. And now the big question, what happens next? With both sides dug in and no one backing down, this is shaping up to be one of the biggest Hollywood battles in years. Blake and Ryan are fighting to protect their empire, while Baldoni is fighting to clear his name and possibly take them down in the process. It's a high-stakes chess match where one wrong move could destroy careers. One thing's for sure, this isn't just a lawsuit anymore, it's a reckoning. And by the time the dust settles, Hollywood might never be the same again. For years, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been the ultimate Hollywood power couple. Glamorous, adored, and seemingly untouchable. They've mastered the art of being effortlessly charming, cracking jokes on social media, and making us all believe they're just a fun, normal couple who happen to be ridiculously rich and famous. But now, that polished image is starting to crack under the weight of this scandal. If Baldoni's team really has receipts proving that Blake manipulated the situation, or that Ryan used his Hollywood clout to silence and blacklist him, we're not just talking about bad press, we're talking serious legal and career consequences. Because babe, Hollywood loves its golden children until it doesn't. And if this case drags out, more dirt could come spilling out, making it way harder for Blake and Ryan to brush this off as just another industry feud. Suddenly, Ryan's quick-witted, joke-cracking persona and Blake's effortlessly elegant image don't seem so untouchable anymore. Instead of being the internet's favorite power couple, they could find themselves in a totally different spotlight, one where the industry isn't laughing with them, but at them. And honey, Hollywood has no problem turning its back when the narrative shifts. Alright, let's tackle the million-dollar question. Who's really at fault here? Is Blake Lively a savvy businesswoman fiercely guarding her creative vision, or did she cross the line into using her influence like a weapon? And what about Ryan Reynolds? Is he just playing the supportive spouse, or is he pulling the strings behind the scenes, steering Hollywood narratives to his advantage? Then there's Justin Baldoni. Is he the innocent party caught in the crossfire, or is he scrambling to salvage his reputation after a major fallout? The layers here are thicker than a reality show reunion episode. One thing's for damn sure, this isn't the end of the saga. With Joe Rogan out here roasting everyone involved, Taylor Swift quietly stepping back from the drama, and the legal battles just starting to heat up, this could very well redefine what we know about Hollywood politics. So, babes, keep your popcorn ready, your group chats lit, and stay tuned because in this town, the drama never ever stops. Smash that like button, because your girl gotta get her nails done, and don't forget to subscribe for more Hollywood tea that's hotter than your morning coffee.